This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
Hey everybody, this is Chase from Barrel Age Flicks. Go ahead and check out our Patreon for raw, uncut footage and early access to all of our episodes. The link is in the description, and it's only $5 a month. Thanks for listening.
Welcome to our island paradise.
Sharks are the oldest creatures on the planet, from a time when the world was just flesh and teeth.
I'm thinking he's bought in a pet shop in Baton Rouge. Ate everything in his fish tank, and then he ate the guy that bought him. Next day, fills up the cab of the guy's truck with water and drives himself down to Baja, picking bones out of his teeth with the license plate.
Nice work with that new tiger shark today. One day you'll have to tell me how you learned that.
One day he'll take me up on that beer, and maybe I will.
There are 3 sub-levels. Sub-level 1 is living quarters, 2, wet lab and workshops, and 3, engineering and airlock wet entry.
Feeding time.
Somebody, please, tell me what that is. Please.
If this is a lesson about the drinking, let's just say I've learned it. No need to get all carried away. Showing me your vengeful side. I know you're wrathful.
And what you've done is taken God's oldest killing machine and given it will and desire. What you've done is knocked us all the way to the bottom of the goddamn food chain.
Is that a goddamn shark broke through that door?
I expect so.
You expect so? It can do that? Bust through a steel door?
I ain't the expert, but I'd say given Gen 2's size and some room to move, she could put a couple tons, maybe more, into a hit.
We're going to pull together and we're going to find a way to get out of here. First, we're going to seal off this room.
Those fences are titanium underneath, but on top, they've been hurting us, pushing us where they want, using us to flood the facility. That's the answer to the riddle, because that's what an 8,000-pound Mako thinks about. About freedom. About the deep blue sea.
Hey everybody, this is Barrel Age Flicks. I'm Lenny, yeah man, and this is...
Hey, this is Ron. Let's drink and talk some movies.
We also have...
What's going on, you fucking nerds? This is Tyler. Let's talk about some modern mythology.
And finally...
This is Stu. Let's drink, motherfucker.
Yeah man! So...
Thank you.
Welcome back to our series, Out to Sea. We are really excited to have you guys here. We're going to start off with, this was Stu's pick, Deep Blue Sea. We're going to go ahead and see what drink he's got in store for us. Stu, take it away, please.
All right, gentlemen. I got for us today, it's called Big Wave Golden Ale. It's from Kona Brewing Company.
Oh, hell yeah.
A little bit of information about Kona Brewing Company. Started in 94 by a father and son team named Cameron Healy and his son, Spoon Kalasa. It's what's his son? Spoon Kalasa is his son's name.
Is that?
Spoon as in the act?
No, spoon as in the act, as in the utensil, as in the half of a spork. All right.
Nice. Is this kid some kind of like Hollywood love child?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I don't. For all I know, though, since it is all based on their Hawaiian roots and everything, maybe Spoon is a common Hawaiian name. I don't know.
I fucking hope not. For people of Hawaii.
All right, but so this is a little bit of information about this beer itself. All right, so it is a blonde golden ale, a 21 IBU on the bitterness scale, 4.4% alcohol by volume, 10.3% gravity. It said it's supposed to pair really well with something lighter like seafood or poultry, salads, stuff like that.
All right.
Yeah.
And I chose it Big Wave because after the Jaws episode with that shark bite drink, I didn't want to do something shark themed, so more about the wave and the storm that basically started off this whole thing and the problems in this movie.
I like the can's really nice.
Yeah,
Man.
the can is very summery. It's very.
And I will say,
is great.
myself and Tyler, we both have had this before. Okay. So this will be the first time for you guys. Obviously not the first time for us.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, I love that sound.
I do too.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So let's start with you, Lenny, today. What do you think?
So you know what? I like it, man. It's hold on a second. I I'm trying to pick up on, like, you know, you can taste the hops and everything, but it's not very bitter. It's
There's no bitter. There's no bitter at all.
There's no bitter at all, but it's also not like sweet. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a very clean, crisp taste. Like, I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up.
Good.
This is a great beer. It's
2
really
thumbs
good.
up. I actually like this,
dude.
I can actually. This is something I can take out on my boat and just be out in the sun.
Yeah,
drinking
bro.
This, seriously, finishing a whole pack.
That's exactly what it was going for.
This is perfect. It's a good summer beer. It's
hell yeah.
It's crisp, like he said, and there's no bitterness because I'm not a big fan of the bitterness of beers. This one is perfect.
Yeah.
I love it.
And
2
this one's
thumbs fucking
available
way up.
year round. It isn't one of their special release brews or
Really?
anything. Nope, this is one of their mainstays.
I can see why.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, this is
But this is good, and I also like the design of the can. The whole big wave. The go. Yeah, this is great.
The lighter, like for a lighter colored beer, like it's really good. Yeah,
good picks, Stu.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so 2 thumbs up. It's like when you're really, really, really thirsty or dehydrated, like from cutting the grass or something like that, and there's a difference between drinking like a glass of water and drinking like a cold Gatorade, like because there's like that next level of hydration you get out of it, or like a body armor or something like that. That's kind of like what I get from this is like you have that beer taste. It's like you have that bitterness, but it's not too harsh or whatever. Like, but there's still like this. Like you kind of like are drawn to it. Like it tastes really, really good. Like I said, like a Gatorade or a body armor or something like that. Like it tastes like it could hydrate you, even though like it probably won't because it's beer. It's got alcohol in it.
So what you're saying is this beer is dangerous,
dude.
So it's only 4.4%. So
okay,
no, but it could absolutely be dangerous because like it's such a drinkable beer.
Yes.
Like you could easily add a slice of lemon or a slice of lime to this, and and just kind of take it to the next level, and it'd probably work fantastic. This is a very, very drinkable beer. So that's how I rate this. 2 thumbs up. Very dangerous.
Oh yeah.
That's why I got the 12-pack instead of the 6-pack or a 4-pack.
Yeah,
I'm
already halfway
feeling
through
that
mine.
this was going to be a very enjoyable beer for all
excited.
of us.
Oh, yeah.
The way I will describe it is when I close my eyes and I picture a light beer, the flavor, this is what I would picture as a flavor of a light beer.
Yes.
The exact thing. It doesn't overpower you. It's not heavy or anything like that. And it's good tasting, nice and smooth, hot summer day. Like Tyler was talking about, this is exactly what I would want to drink if I'm picturing a light beer.
Yes.
All right. So, on to the film, gentlemen. The 1999 American sci-fi horror film, Deep Blue Sea. All right.
My head is like a shark fin.
That's right. That's
I
right.
had to say it. Oh, I feel better. Okay.
All right. I picked this film because it is not
I fucking hate that song. I fucking hate it so much.
But it was effective.
It's everything that's wrong with with movies from the 90s. Like I love movies from the 90s, but every single fucking movie, it seemed like every big budget movie had some pop star attached to it. Like fucking Batman had
Prince.
Yeah.
Which Batman you're talking about?
So
Because
fucking
the
ridiculous.
first Batman was Prince, and then Batman Forever was more of the pop songs. But
Yes.
Prince did like the whole
He's
fucking
talking
soundtrack
about,
for Batman.
He's talking about Seal, is what I'm assuming about.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was Forever, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that had even nothing to do with the movie. That's the
Nothing.
thing.
No. I mean, you could just say like the Nicole Kidman character, in Batman, their whole little fucking race relationship they had,
Yeah, but there was no Rose.
Does that deserve a punishment?
You are a very special young man.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but no, that was a problem with a lot of those movies from the 90s. Is that they it seems like every single fucking producer had to say well, if we want this movie to be successful, we have to attach this pop star and we have to have this the song that has very little or very it's very cheaply attached to the film.
Well,
This
all right,
this song,
think of Wild
Deepest
Wild
Blue. It's we're just gonna take the fucking we're just gonna take the title of
title,
the movie.
but
and
no,
turn it
just
into a
remember
song.
You
Wild
hear
Wild
that
West, Men in Black.
Oh
Yep.
my
You
God.
hear that song, you connect it to the film. You think of the
should-
film, you think of the song. So it's a great synergy.
It's like Tremors. Tremors. Stop singing the title, you dumbass. That's not a song. Anyways, okay, Steve,
Love it.
sorry. Go
Love
ahead.
it.
I totally go ahead.
This right here is the exact reason I picked this film. It's because I figured it was just going to be a good popcorn flick
Yeah,
to
man.
sit around and shoot the shit about.
Did you see this movie in the theater?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So overall, believe it or not, it got a 59% rating.
That's not bad, actually.
On Rotten Tomatoes by 113 reviews. A 39% audience rating.
What?
With over 250,000 reviews.
Well,
Really?
I can
I'm a
see
little
why.
shocked by that.
Yeah.
I can see why.
Almost everybody I talked to, though, admits to secretly liking this film.
No, not
Nobody really.
I liked it. I mean, it's me we're talking about here.
Now, this isn't a wonderful piece of art in any way, shape, or form. It stars Thomas Jane, this is probably his breakout role. I would say.
Yeah, because he did Punisher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
and that was only a couple
All
years
right.
later.
So, and actually, multiple characters and multiple actors and actresses in this film would eventually go on to play some part of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest. I completely forgot Stellan Skarsgård was in this movie.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing about him. He's in so many movies. We talked about him in the past.
Yeah.
What did we talk about? I don't even remember.
All the Skarsgård brothers.
Yeah, I was shocked because I've seen this movie many times and I didn't know in the past, but now you see him in just about everything. And then this was another one that he was in the 90s.
one I forgot was in this was Michael Rappaport. I totally forgot Michael Rappaport, not just in it, but a decent sized role.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's fucking insufferable. Fucking dildo Scroggins is what I call him.
Okay, so this movie was made this was the studio's attempt at basically making a B budget or a B horror movie with a big budget background.
Yeah.
And I think they succeeded in that. They took the simple formula from a B horror movie, a little bit of campiness, a little bit of insanity.
Right.
Let's show some gruesomeness, but let's throw some big money behind it and see what happens.
Well, I mean, you can see like in the opening of the film because the movie opens like straight up like horror style.
Yes.
Like just like the creepy music, everything like that, and the creepy titles, and then of course like you have these kids on a boat drinking, trying to bang each other.
Yep.
And like you could replace like boat with camp or house party or something like that, and you've got the setup for any slasher film.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So it had a budget of, depending on what sources you're reading, somewhere between $60 and $82 million.
It's actually not that bad a budget for the 90s.
No. So like I said, it was considered a big budget film.
But the CGI is really dated by now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was made with, so they did a good job, I think, of doing a good combination of CGI, animatronic sharks, and real life shark films. I thought they did overall, for the time that it was, a decent blending of the three.
Yeah.
They ended up making a good amount of money. Where was it? $165 million worldwide.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right. So I think it would be successful.
I don't think this movie was considered a flop at all. It was actually considered a pretty good hit.
And I got to say, just coming from, and I could be way off base, but just this was the first kind of like shark movie that came out that there hadn't really been a lot of like shark movies after the whole Jaws series. You know? It got relatively quiet.
Well, they were all in the 80s.
Yeah, so it got kind of quiet in that particular genre, and then this movie came out, and I was happy with when I saw the trailer that they weren't trying to like remake Jaws or go, oh hey, Jaws' cousin had a baby, and now there's this other Jaws. Oh shit! No, they did like a whole kind of like involving sharks, but they kind of did a whole different kind of story.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, finally another kind of like shark movie, because I was especially at that age. I think I was in junior high. I don't remember how old I was. I was like junior high, and I really dug on Jaws, and I'm really glad that we covered that one. And I was happy.
Do we really have to keep pretending like we haven't done Jaws yet? I mean, I understand that Jaws is going to come out before this, but do we really have to keep pretending like?
No, you remember you were there. It was so good.
Yeah,
sorry.
That was a great episode. You guys are going to enjoy that one.
Yeah,
it's so much fun.
Yeah, I just climbed out of my time machine after saving Marty a couple times because that dumb bitch.
Remember that time that Tyler did a punishment shot during Jaws? Remember that?
Remember?
Now we have to make it happen.
That was awesome.
Oh, good. Now we're definitely going to make it happen.
So in either case, when I saw the trailers for this, I was like, cool, finally another like shark movie. This is going to be awesome. And honestly,
oh man, this is a good beer.
There's definitely parts of the movie that I'll get into later that I was kind of like, eh. But overall, I liked it a lot.
Well, it was a hugely flawed movie. There's a lot of flaws in this movie, but it's, you know what? This is the type of movie that it's. Would you put this in the movie where it's bad but it's good, where it's so bad but it's good?
I'm gonna say it's so bad that it makes it good.
Yeah,
it's definitely not that, but it's like I keep saying, it's a popcorn flick.
Yeah.
You're not going in there to treat this like a piece of art.
You're not expecting
'Cause it's not.
Oscar-winning performances. You're
No.
winning to see sharks kill people. That's basically what it is.
Oh no, that was absolutely my impression of it. Like, is that this was like murder porn.
Yeah.
For if you were like a shark attack porn is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
You want to see people get like absolutely just ripped up and see it actually happen. Like this is the movie for it. Like even when Rappaport gets torn in half, and for as much as I hate that dude, like even after he gets torn apart, like his leg is twitching and everything. Like
that was an homage to Jaws too.
That's next level fucking dark.
Yeah, it was pretty
and just as an homage to Jaws, each one of the 3 engineered sharks died in the same way the first 3 sharks in Jaws died.
Yep.
No shit.
Oh, really?
The Jaws 1, 2, and 3. Not
remember
the first 3 sharks in Jaws.
You know, another
the
homage
first 3
to
Jaws sharks.
Another homage to Jaws is the license plate.
Yep, it's the exact same license plate.
That was pulled out of the
Yep.
tiger shark. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
if you
did
look at
not-
the numbers and the letter, it's exactly the same.
That's awesome.
The shark number 1 in this film dies by explosion. LL Cool J throwing the lighter and exploding him.
Yeah.
Shark number 2, electricity.
Yep.
And shark number 3, basically explosion / incineration. Based on the 1.5 sticks of dynamite equivalent.
So I sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you brought up LL Cool J. I'm just gonna throw it out there now because I don't think there's like a necessary sequence of how we go about what we want to talk about.
No.
The two things that the only 2 things that I honestly had a problem with this film, I liked it a lot, honestly, but again, simple mind. LL Cool J, I did, you know, I've seen him in other films and I enjoyed his character. I didn't like his character in this movie.
I agree with you on that.
He was annoying. All the scenes with him in him, I was kind of like waiting for those scenes to be over. Samuel L. Jackson was awesome.
Yeah.
And all the other guys were awesome. I liked all the other, you know, actors, like big name actors, like, you know, Samuel L. Jackson, LL Cool J. They definitely brought some big names to the film, but I didn't. LL Cool J, I wasn't feeling it. The one thing I did love, the one thing I liked that LL Cool J's character did was he was the first fucking person I think I've ever seen that gets attacked by a shark and actually thinks, hey, maybe I should blind this fucking thing.
Yes.
No one ever thinks to do
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
Take your fucking finger or something
Stabbing
sharp
with the
and
crucifix.
ram it into their fucking eye.
Yep.
Because I don't give a shit what beast you're fighting. I don't care what it is. The eyes are always going to be a sensitive area. Always. Fucking stab the fuck out of him. And he did. And I was like, thank God. Someone finally fucking figured it out.
Well, isn't it the thing that if you hit a shark's nose or right on the tip, that it actually it puts them out of service or something like that? Like
It fucks with their head a little
yeah,
bit.
because it's because of the
That's where
sensors in there.
their sensory is. So
Yeah.
like if you bop him on the
Mythbusters
face,
did an episode on that.
Oh, did they?
Yep.
The thing I want to bring up about LL Cool J, I didn't like his character either. He was kind of the typical thing where there's a lot of hip hop stars that star in movies like that where they're like a role. I like Ice Cube better in Anaconda, if you all have seen that one.
Yeah, dude. No, I really
Yeah.
like
That
it.
is
Out of
actually
all-
a role I love.
Out of a lot of the like man-eating beast, you know, man versus beast
Yeah.
stories, like that's I love that movie a lot.
That's a great movie. That's an entertainment. I can watch that over
We'll
and
have
over
to,
again.
We'll have to cover that at some point.
Oh yeah, but I didn't.
that
I
was
agree with you
badass.
on the whole character. He wasn't my favorite. I really did not like the whole scene where, because he was a cook and everything, of course. And then the scene where he found a video camera. He's going to record his last, and he's trying to figure out what he's going to do. And then he starts giving a recipe for a fucking omelet.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it was comedy, but I don't know. I just didn't care for it.
See, I'm going to disagree. I think
You're like, blah.
I think I'm going because Remy, the director, he specifically wanted LL for this role because of the fact he wanted somebody that was likable, that could be funny, but without being, telling jokes or slapstick type humor. Just somebody that's just more upbeat for the film. And
Apparently an alcoholic.
Yeah, I caught on to that.
The
too.
character was an alcoholic when you think about it, and then he kind of gave it up. I mean, I guess he was trying to put it as a joke, but
yeah, he so I thought that for what he was going for, that worked well, and obviously the audiences as a whole liked it better. There was test screenings at the end. The original ending to this film, the chick, Dr. what's her name?
Susan. I don't know her last name.
Susan McAllister.
I didn't like her.
Okay. She was the one who was originally supposed to shoot and save Thomas Jane, not sacrifice herself. And that's how the ending was originally shot. Audience hated that. They said that bitch was one of the reasons that the sharks happened. she deserved to die.
See, that's the thing. I have a question for you guys on that. Did you guys expect her to die? Like watching the movie for the first time, did you expect her to be a person that was going to die?
No,
Because I
actually-
did not expect that at all.
No, but being a kid like that was like that grew up on you know, Sarah Connor and Ellen Ripley and everything like that. I thought she was going to be like the last girl.
Yeah.
I really did. I thought she was going to be the final girl. And that's like, so when she got, you know, torn in half like everybody else did in this movie, like I was surprised.
Yeah, me too. That was something that was unexpected.
So that was actually, ironically enough, the second thing I didn't like, and for a few reasons. One, because she was attractive, and I thought it was fucked up that she died. Two,
what the fuck, dude?
Okay,
Seriously.
Sorry,
every
what?
fucking
So pretty
episode-
people aren't allowed to die?
I like
Only
to big
us
that chick.
uggos
I like
can
to big
die?
that chick.
Yeah, throw the ugly guy in the water.
All right, so we got a number. We got the blue chick. We got fucking what's her name?
Bridget Wilson.
Bridget Wilson, and now we got
Wilson.
the scientist
Sonya
girl from
Blade.
Deep Blue Sea.
So yeah, no, I mean that sucked. I was like, because I was sitting there and, you know, I was like, what? Why? What? Nah, come on. And then the other thing that I didn't like about that is, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't believe it. And what I mean by that is I don't care if you're trying to be a fucking hero. I don't see anybody having the balls or being willing to sacrifice themselves into the water with sharks, knowing full well those sharks are going to rip you up like you. So you can't tell me that any sane person or any person in general, out of bravery to save others, is going to throw themselves in water and be ripped apart by sharks.
Well, like the whole
That's the whole point of the hero and redemption story right there, though, is let's say you had a wild animal that was getting ready to become free and thereby attack your family in some sort.
I would.
You're going to sacrifice yourself,
I
right?
would at least fight. She didn't even fight. She just fucking jumped in the
You
water.
ain't really going to fight a 40 fucking foot.
first of all, fuck, I'm not.
Mako.
I'm going to do
What the
everything
fuck?
I
Was
can.
she actually going to know that she was going to die? What the hell was she trying to do? Did she even think about that? I'm going to jump in and
It
try
didn't
and...
seem like she really thought it through.
She knew she was going to die.
Yeah.
But then she was trying to
Absolutely.
escape.
She recognized that she was the reason that the shark's the way it is. Her and Stellan Skarsgård are the reason the sharks are the way they are.
Yeah.
She was directly responsible for all the deaths that has already happened.
Right.
And she chose to sacrifice herself to prevent future deaths.
I blame the guy that was smoking a cigarette. He set the sharks off, man. They were like, "Hey, this is a no smoking facility, motherfucker." It's just okay. Sorry, I was stupid. Sorry.
No, but like her death was absolutely it was absolutely useless. It's totally useless because it doesn't even make sense. So like the shark was getting ready to break through the cage or break through the fence or whatever. And so her whole plan was what? She was going to cut her hand, jump into the water, and then draw the shark towards her. And so she was going to sacrifice herself. Okay. But the whole plan was that Thomas Jane's character was going to shoot it with the harpoon, and that was attached to a cable that was going to be hit on the battery, and that was going to cause it to explode. That was the detonator, right?
Yeah.
So by jumping into the water, who's going to detonate it?
He was going to run back. He was going to. She believed he would have had time to run back and set it off.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy that,
because he wasn't too far away from the point. He had just got to the farthest point that he could to get the best shot, but it still wasn't too far away.
Yeah.
The only reason Jane was like, as soon as I hit it, fucking shoot it. It's just because of the fact that he wanted to make sure that didn't have a chance for the shark to swim away and hurry up and get the cable gone. He wanted that immediate fucking explosion. This way, it's guaranteed to kill.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's the original ending. She was going to live. LL Cool J dead. The audience actually liked LL Cool J. They hated her. And so he went back, reshot, and redid the ending, and scored so much higher on all the test screenings.
Her voice bothered me. I don't know why.
What?
Yeah, I did not like
her
it.
voice. It was British and
You like every
sultry.
fucking woman in every movie. I
No,
swear
I
to God.
don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. Jamie Lee Curtis, not a big fan of her in terms of attraction. She's cool, but I'm not attracted to her. Just saying.
So now that we got fresh brewskis, because Ron decided to go ahead and stop the entire damn episode.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, hey, gonna call out Ron because he fucking wasted time. Woo!
I did want to talk about some of the movies that it was going up against, and the fact that it still was able to produce as much as it did. I was very surprised. So by the second weekend it was out, it was going up against The Sixth Sense, which became a juggernaut of a film. It was going Blair Witch Project.
Great movie.
Which was a juggernaut of a film.
Yes.
The Julia Roberts film Runaway Bride.
Nope.
But it made a lot of fucking money. You have to admit, it made a lot
true.
of fucking money.
Yeah.
And Thomas Crown Affair, which also made a lot of fucking
Oh,
money.
I forgot about that one. That did come out that same year.
Yeah,
That's
came
a
out
good
not
movie.
just same year. It was in the same month. All right.
That was actually the last movie by John McTiernan, which also directed The 13th Warrior.
So the fact that it was able to produce as well as it did, going up against some of those heavy hitters, I'm very impressed. I really am, and I'm surprised that it didn't get a sequel until just a couple years ago.
Yeah, which is fucking weird that they released a sequel that far off. Because this, like I said, it was released in 1999. When was the second sequel released?
2018.
What the fuck?
I've never.
Sci-Fi went and bought the rights to it.
It's a Sci-Fi Channel.
Yep. Sci-Fi went ahead and made a direct-to-video sequel in 2018, and then they just released a Deep Blue Sea 3 in 2020.
Please tell me they're both garbage.
They are both garbage.
They have to be.
Yeah, if it's produced by Sci-Fi Channel, no offense to Sci-Fi Channel. Yeah, offense to Sci-Fi Channel. Sorry, you guys produce a bunch of garbage. Those, so yeah, I could go on, but
hey, fuck it. I still watch all the fucking Tremors movies that they make. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
I like the first one was amazing. The second one, and then after that, I was like, "What?"
Fuck you. Second one is amazing too.
That's why I said. Well, the
I'm
second one
still
was
watching all of them. They just released another one not too long ago. All right.
Yeah, that takes place on like a jungle or island or something like that.
Bitch. You're like, what?
Dude, you know it's coming.
Tremors in space.
Yeah, absolutely.
They land on the moon and they're like, guess what? Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as it's going to come by that they are probably aliens finally, and they're going to.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because they've already done like what Tremors in the West. They've done Graboids like in
The Arctic. They've
Arctic,
done
that's
the,
I hate that
the
name.
jungle.
Graboids. Come on.
Well, they grab you.
The West. They've done it in the South American countries.
Yeah.
They've hit a lot of the environments.
And Jamie Kennedy was in the newer ones, and also the same actor from the original. What's the actor's name?
I know his character's name is Bert.
The guy that's the gun nut. He's
Yes.
so cool.
His character's name is Bert, but I'm blanking on the actor's name.
No, he was in also a sitcom from the 80s.
Yeah.
Family Ties.
Yes.
Yes.
Woo!
Yep, there you
Yeah,
go.
baby. Finally, I got one in there. All right, so what were we
So,
saying?
but anyway, I still enjoy those, even though they're garbage films. They're garbage. I will absolutely say they're garbage
So I'm
films.
surprised that you haven't seen Deep Blue Sea 2 and 3.
It's Michael Gross, by the way.
There you go. That's it.
So I haven't seen them. Everything that I've been reading about it when I was doing the research for this film were saying they were so bad and not in a good way. Just completely flawed characters, flawed motivation,
were
everything.
They Sharknado bad?
Actually, no, because Sharknado was bad that it was good. All right.
Yeah, no, they like that was like that's the charm of Sharknado is that like they're not trying to put on airs or anything like
No.
that. Like you're like, no, this is a shit film. Like like we're trying to be so bad that it's fun or whatever. And,
Yes.
and there's no delusions there.
But
these movies like they're trying to be fucking good.
But you realize that just in the last 10, 15 years that sharks have gotten more popular in movies than anything because of the Discovery Channel, the Shark Week. And ever since Shark Week came out and all that stuff started coming out, they've been releasing there's so fucking many shark movies now. Directed videos like The Reef, Open Water. You remember Open Water, The Shallows. I mean, there's so many of them now.
And the director actually recently said concerning this film that they've got so many things wrong with the sharks in this movie.
Yeah.
So many myths and stuff. But at the time, that's what was believed the sharks would be like, or whatever the case may be. That was what the overall scientific community belief was. But since then, a lot of stuff has been discovered, and he even gives credit to Discovery Channel Shark Week to give the reemergence and people wanting to invest the time and invest the money into doing these shark research things. That you find out a lot of stuff about the sharks.
Well, I mean, like Air Jaws, when you think of sharks breaching the water, I mean, in this movie, they could have breached it, and then it would have been the end right there.
Yeah, it would have been fucking terrifying.
They just jump over the fence and movie's over with. I mean, seriously, that's all they had to do.
Exactly. And I until Shark Week happened, I would have never, ever fucking thought sharks could fucking breach the water.
Exactly.
I would never would have fucking thought that a million goddamn years, because that makes them even more terrifying than they already are.
Yeah.
But then, they can, and they fucking do, and it's terrifying.
It's beautiful though. It's a beautiful sight.
It kind of makes the whole premise of this movie kind of silly though, because because when you watch Shark Week, you kind of realize like how little we actually know about sharks.
Yeah.
But the entire premise of this movie is like, well, you know, like sharks don't suffer from Alzheimer's and they don't get cancer and they don't experience cognitive decline. We don't know shit about sharks.
Yep.
But yeah, like they built this entire developed this entire lab and did this whole study for about an idea. Like we don't know for sure like if sharks have cancer. We don't know for sure if they experience cognitive decline.
But at the time, they did that was the belief that sharks did not go suffer any of that stuff. Yeah. That was the overall scientific belief.
They made the sharks smarter.
They did. And they also made them way, way, way fucking bigger than they actually are.
Yeah.
Way fucking bigger.
Yeah, because what is the true size of a mako?
Okay, so a short fin mako, which is what these are supposed to be, the average size is about 10 feet. The biggest they've had on record was 13 foot. The average size for a long fin mako is 13 foot. The largest they found is a 16 foot.
And what are they claiming the sizes of the
40 plus feet?
The Gen 2 was like a 45. It's basically a Megalodon.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
Which the largest great white, I think, everyone found is only like 28 feet. So
it's the close to 30 feet. Yeah.
Well, the problem is that it's on video. It wasn't caught or anything like that, so they couldn't actually measure it. So it's an estimated almost 30 feet. So real quick, we guys were talking about Shark Week earlier. So Shark Week premiered in 1988, featured annually in July or August, and was originally devoted to conservation efforts and correcting misconceptions about shark, which is fucking hilarious because you think about they did Shark Week and all this other films started being made after the fact, and like all it did is really make people more terrified of sharks.
Yeah. Sharks eat people. Woo! They're like, you fucking didn't watch anything we filmed, you assholes.
But it may make us more terrified, quote unquote, of sharks, but also it brings them to the forefront, which makes us want to understand our fears more so instead of just something that's just constantly creeping in the background that nobody really talks about or sees. I think it actually does a good job of putting them in the forefront, and we are obviously learning so much more about sharks. We're dealing with it. So many people wouldn't even watch movies, or things to do about sharks because they thought they're creepy. But now we're starting to accept them as yes, they are deadly as hell creatures, but they're still wonderful pieces of.
Whose punishment shot is that?
We have a phone going on.
Whose phone?
That's Sammy's.
Whose phone?
That's Sammy's.
Oh, Sammy left her phone down here.
You had to take
yes.
Why the fuck do I take one? You guys are no. Vote. You guys are fucking assholes. Are you serious?
Yes. So
Sammy, you suck.
100%.
Oh my god.
Really? Oh my god.
Drink up, pussy.
Yep.
And I jizzed in my pants.
You guys are fucking assholes.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, well, yeah,
So Ron's going to go ahead and get himself a shot glass to get this all taken care of. And this is why we enjoy this program so much, is that even by proxy, Ron still gets the punishment shots.
This is fuck you guys.
Hang on, I'm going to do Ron's job real quick and actually put the thing on silent.
That'd probably be a good idea, yeah. Or we just call
Hey, he's being a true brother right there.
Sammy's, can I go ahead and call it and get him a second punishment shot?
Oh, God.
Oh,
Come on,
so
take it.
good.
Take it.
Reese's Pieces are delicious. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that reaction.
Woo!
I love that reaction.
Yeah. Dude, chase it, man. Grab your beer. Did you drink it already?
You guys fucking suck.
Chase it.
Wash this shit fucking down.
So,
thank you, Stu. You fucking asshole.
Hey, why? I wasn't the only one. We all voted against you.
This wasn't even my fault.
Why are you pointing me out?
Because I know you ass.
I had nothing to do with it.
Sammy, you're gonna get it.
Oh,
we love you, Sammy.
Sammy, you're the hero.
Wonderful.
All right, so what were we talking about before Ron so rudely interrupted us?
I know, Ron.
God, fucking Ron.
You guys can go to hell.
We were talking about the Shark Week and how
That's right.
all that stuff and how it became more popular. I'm going to say it. I don't care. And we're probably at some point going to probably cover it on the show. I like Megalodon. Okay, said it. The Meg. I like that movie.
They're making a sequel.
That's a punishment shot right there.
No, it's
we're
not.
not voting. Never mind.
The Meg was cool.
It's called Meg. That's called Meg. It's not called The Meg. It's called Meg.
It's called the Meg.
It's called Meg.
It's not. It's short for Meg Ryan. It's called the Meg.
All right, back to the movie.
Maybe it's called Meg.
I would have to say I think it is called Meg.
Nah, probably.
But if you want to call for a vote, Ron, we can.
No.
Okay.
I no.
All right. We are democracy here.
Yep. That's just no. Let's go ahead and go back to the movie.
Okay. All right. Now let's go ahead. I've completely glossed this over. Let's get everybody's opinion on this film. We'll go ahead and start with you there, Lenny.
I like the film. It had sharks in it and it ate people. No,
You're their target audience.
Simple mind.
No, I liked it. I thought it was good. Like I said, it had I had a couple negative things about it, but overall, I liked it. I thought it was good.
How many thumbs?
Oh, one thumb up. Yeah, I wouldn't say 2 thumbs up. Like, oh my God, Shawshank Redemption worthy, but 1 thumb up.
Okay, how about you, Ron?
I would give this 1 thumb up, and the reason why is because it's not Oscar performance. It's just entertainment. It's a popcorn flick. It's basically just something to put in the background. It's entertaining. There's some entertaining, but there's also some cringing scenes, and I was like, oh, why is that in there and everything else? But it's not a perfect film. It's flawed, but it's fun. That's basically the only way I put it. It's just a fun movie to watch. It's not because there are other movies that are like this that are not fun, that are just like, no, I can't watch that ever again. It's just stupid. But this one I can watch every now and then.
Like if it's on TV or something, you're like, all right.
Every couple of years or something like that. So I give it 1 thumb up. How about you, Tyler?
So like this movie is kind of like you're like finding out that your best friend was feeling up your sister or something like that. Like you're just like you motherfucker, like it just absolutely like you couldn't ask me first if I was cool with it. All right, so the thing that pisses me off the most about this movie is the convoluted, convenient plot they have. Is like so there's so many small things that are just like they're. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So they have a lab that used to be like an old World War II submarine refueling station that's completely secluded in the middle of the ocean. Why? Because the plot needs it to be. Also, it doesn't matter how secluded the lab is. They still have electronic door locks. Like, why the fuck would you have door locks for a lab in the middle of the ocean? But
True.
That's something that the plot needs it to have. So they're also working on a cure for Alzheimer's, something that's that will be the greatest revolutionary advances in medicine that will help hundreds of thousands of people, and the company is at risk of going under.
Right.
They're what was it was Samuel L. Jackson's character told the girl that unless we have some sort of revolutionary thing happen here in the next couple of weeks or whatever, the whole thing is going to be fucking shut down.
Yeah.
But everybody's going to go home for the weekend because that's what they normally do. They're going to go away, and all that's going to be left is a skeleton crew. Why? Because the plot needs it to be. The plot needs that to happen. Yeah, and on top of everything else, whatever, a storm is coming. I'm sure everything's going to be fun. But yeah, no, just beyond that, the whole setup of the story was just completely and totally stupid. So I'm not a huge fan of this film. Beyond that, I think I already said at this point that the film is basically shark attack porn.
Yes.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. And it's 2 thumbs down for me. I really don't fucking like this movie.
Okay. And my opinion is this is a 1 thumb up for me. Solid popcorn flick. It's one of those movies that no matter how many years go by, there's still scenes that just jump out at me that stick in my mind. The one that really sticks out of my mind, of course, Samuel L. Jackson, middle of his hero speech, just getting fucking decimated.
See, I think everybody relates this movie to that scene.
And it does, and that's what Rennie wanted. Rennie even said when he was casting Sam Jackson in this role, he's like, all right, because originally he actually wanted him to play preacher, LL Cool J character. And Sam Jackson's agent said, no, he's too important. He's too big to play that role. So he's like, fine, you know what? Now you're going to be the richest man in the fucking world. You're going to be the most important person to this whole fucking thing. And you're also going to have the greatest scene in the fucking film.
Yeah.
How about now? Now we do it? And Sam Jackson's like, yep, abso-fucking-lutely. But he based that on from back in Alien when what's his name died. Because he wanted that shock factor of having a big name, which was Sam Jackson in this case, who everybody thought was going to be somebody who just survives based on the fact that he's a big name, and then casting a bunch of no-name people at the time for every other role. And then that scene caught everybody so much off guard that it stuck with them.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that worked perfectly. And it set up that you don't know who's going to live, who's going to die. Nobody's fucking safe. It doesn't matter who you are. These sharks are going to fuck your world up.
To Sam Jackson's credit, like he had died in almost every single movie up until that point, and especially like Jurassic Park,
yes,
like in '93, and here he is, like 6 years later, like he's such a big star that nobody believes that he's going to die.
Exactly, and that's why it worked so wonderfully well and subverted so much expectations. And I think Remy, the director, did a really good job, and I know Ron has a lot more information about Rennie.
Rennie Harlin is a very good director. He's actually done a lot of great action films. If you guys ever seen Cliffhanger, that's a classic.
Oh, dude, it's one of
and
my
the
favorites of all
underrated
time.
Die Hard 2. I love Die Hard 2.
Yeah, Die Hard 2 is fucking great.
Yeah, no, that's a good one from him. He did that one, and everybody has the issues with that movie because everybody loves the original Die Hard, but I actually find Die Hard 2 to be a true Christmas sequel also in the same way.
Oh, it was great, man. Die Hard 2 was fantastic.
And he also did Cutthroat Island, which was a huge flop, and in my opinion, very entertaining film. And
I like that film too.
And he was also, his first film was one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Yep.
He's a great director. He's done good films and some bad films, but overall, this was up his alley. His action, because Long Kiss Goodnight. That's another one.
Yes.
Oh, he did that one too.
Yes.
Dude.
Yeah. So he's a great director.
Gina
And
Davis was fucking amazing in that movie.
So Rennie Harlin, I love.
What? No, not like that. She did a great job.
Oh, sure. Not
Dude,
like
another
that.
one? Seriously?
Stop.
Oh, my
stop it.
God.
Stop it. Gina Davis is attractive, but that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lenny the Walking Hard on.
Whatever, dude. No, she did a good job. She was a very, an excellent example of an extremely strong female character. Like, she was a badass. I love that movie.
She had
he's
really
the
nice talent.
He's the typical director for hire for action films and stuff like that. I think probably one of his best films ever is Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger is one of his best.
And actually, everybody was hoping that this would be as successful as Cliffhanger was.
Yeah.
Because he had followed it up with some not so good performances at the box office after Cliffhanger.
And he also did one of your Nightmare on Elm Street movies, too.
Yep.
I think he did The Dream Child, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
they did. So Remy won a lot of control of this film. You brought up Cutthroat Island. So Cutthroat Island, he filmed a lot more on location and dealt with a lot more of nature and uncontrollable elements, and he fucking hated it. He despised everything those to do with that. So they made the decision this time to shoot at the Baja Studios, the same place that Titanic was shot.
Yeah. Which I believe is in New Mexico, I believe, isn't it?
Baja's in Mexico.
Oh, yeah, no, Mexico. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So they went ahead and made a decision to shoot there because of the massive tanks that they had and everything. And they gave him a lot more direct control, which made him a lot happier.
And I think that area is actually used for a lot of movies that take place on the water right now. It's one of the biggest studio tanks out there. And yeah.
And Remy, did you know he actually had a cameo in this film?
Let me guess. Is he one of the guys that go out for he's one of the people that go out for when they go on that shift change in the beginning?
Yep.
Okay, I got to watch it again. I got to find him.
So
I know who he looks like.
He actually has a little story about that, how he should never, ever, ever be a fucking actor because he had one of his friends come visit him on the set that day, and he just randomly decided, all right, I'm just going to be walking in the background, just show up with me and my buddy. And he said it took him about 20 takes because he kept running into people or falling off the catwalk into the water. He just couldn't not pay attention enough to what was going on, and just kept fucking the scene up over and over and over again. That's awesome. Being literally, his words, one of the actors that he hates to work with. Because, right? So he's like, this is why I'm glad I should never ever be a fucking actor again, because I cannot even walk. All right, so I just thought that was an interesting little tidbit about him.
I didn't know that at all. Like I said, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, just like the scene where they're trying to get Stellan hooked up to the helicopter winch and everything, and then they fall over with that big ass fucking wave fucking pounds them. That was by accident. That actually made it on the film, them falling over and everything. 3 tons of water got accidentally released when they were filming that scene. None of them had harnesses on or any of that stuff. This is per Sam Jackson.
That's awesome.
And Sam
awesome.
Jackson said when he saw it at the premiere that he's like, oh, they actually kept that scene. All right. I'll be damned.
I love when they do stuff like that.
Yeah, why is this only half empty?
I will say he did have a full shot glass. I will say.
We'll give it to him.
What the fuck? You're just trying to get me to drink everything I can. Seriously. You guys fucking suck. I drank a whole shot. You saw the shot glass.
Yes, I did. I will say it was a full shot glass. We're having the discussion because the airplane bottles, because Ron doesn't want to actually open a real bottle. He has little tiny little bitch bottles.
You're the ones that bought me that.
Because it was easier to hide in our pockets. I
gotta step up and buy myself a big bottle for the punishment shot, because I'm sure that thing's gonna be empty by halfway in the next month with the way I keep getting these damn shots.
Well, at least you know.
Well,
fuck
be
you.
better.
All right, there's something I wanted to bring up about the movie that we actually really didn't talk about is Thomas Jane. What did you all think of Thomas Jane's character? Because I thought that he pulled it off really well at what he did, and he's been in a lot of movies. I'm sure you guys have seen Crow 2, City of Angels. You remember him in that, and also The Punisher.
Yep.
And I think he was also on a couple series on HBO. Some series
Hung.
Yeah.
Oh, not hung. I'm sorry. Hung.
Yeah, he's actually a really decent actor. It's kind of funny because he looks just like Aaron Eckhart. They both look
very similar. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I thought Thomas Jane did a really good job at his role. What did you guys think?
I enjoyed Thomas Jane. It's rare that I see something that Thomas Jane does that I don't enjoy his acting in. I can tell maybe not necessarily the best script or best stuff that he's getting to work with, but he does the best that he can with what he's given to work with. Now, is he going to go down as one of the great actors of our generation?
No.
Definitely not. But he's enjoyable to watch and believable in his roles. I believe him.
I like his intensity when he like talks about the sharks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sign of someone that's it's fun to watch, is when they talk about something like that and they're being really intense, and you're kind of captivated by that, and you're like, yeah, that's awesome. Like, you want to hear more. One of the things I was going to point out about the film that I did like too, I forgot to mention earlier. Oh, there's so many like cool, like, oh shit moments in this movie. But for me, one of the coolest scenes was when they're like looking out the window into the water, and they're like, what the hell is
yes.
that? And the fucking shark has got that dude that's still attached to the
gurney.
And the shark's like, bam, and like smashes him into the glass. God, that was like one of the coolest parts of the entire movie.
Shark was like, you dropped something. Here you go.
I was
bam.
Like, oh, no way. Like, I was so excited.
And the fact that he's still alive because they put oxygen on him.
Yes, the guy's like, oh, God, that was cool.
So terrifying.
That was crazy. Yeah, no, that scene, when you see the glass crack and you know what's going to happen and it's going to flood in.
And you know what frustrated me about that is that, like, dude, the moment I recognized what it was, I'd have been like, I'm out. I'm not, no. But they're like, no, we're going to stay and we're going to watch this guy get pelted into the glass. Then we're going to continue to stare at the glass and go, I think it's cracking. Well, we probably should think about maybe making an exit. Like, motherfucker, get the hell out of there. The moment I saw that, I would have been gone.
Did you guys ever see the cartoon Sealab 2021?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So the way everybody was acting and responding to stuff, it reminded me of Sealab 2021 so much that they're making the stupidest fucking choices and everything that goes along with it, but it's just so enjoyable. You cannot help but watch.
It's like on Sealab, there's a scene where the captain is talking and he's telling him something stupid. They're having a stupid conversation, as they always are. And all of a sudden the alarms start going, or something fucking serious. And the captain's like, and then hold on. And he goes and turns the alarm off. He goes, oh, okay. I couldn't hear myself think. Yes. Anyways, so he just goes back into his story, and they're like, Captain. So great, dude.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. Sorry.
I enjoy that so much. All right. So anybody else got anything they really want to hammer out about, thoughts, any thing you guys want to talk about on this one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, here, what did y'all think of the animatronic sharks? Because they were actually remote controlled sharks that they had out there. What did you guys think of that? I mean, especially the scene where Thomas Jane is taking the license plate out when they're trying to make it look like he's about to get attacked, but really he's trying to get the license plate out of the tiger shark's teeth. What did you all think of those animatronic sharks? Do you think they were pretty decent at how they did that?
For the time, I thought they were fucking amazing.
They looked real to me. I mean, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, they built 4.5 full sharks.
Yeah.
For this film, and what was really cool about these sharks is they weren't connected by wires or anything. They had their own internal power sources. They could swim by remote control completely. Didn't need to be held up by anything. And Rennie tells a story that when he was there visiting one day while they were programming these sharks, and for some reason an error in the code caused one of the sharks to jump up so high by itself that it actually crashed through the ceiling in the workshop they were working at. And he said there were splinters of 2x4s all over the place, and he said that made him feel that these sharks are so goddamn fucking powerful that they're gonna work.
Oh wow.
That's awesome.
And they were 26 foot long because Bruce in Jaws was 25 foot long. And Rennie's like, we're going to do them one better.
Hey, that's awesome. I love it, dude. Yeah, they were believable to me. I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah, no, see, I like the animatronic. Like I said, I'm always for practical effects. It's more of my favorite than CGI. The CGI in this movie, I mean, for that time was good, but when you look at it now, it's extremely dated. But like when you see the fucking scenes underwater and they rip the people apart, they rip the woman apart and the other dude apart, and you see his leg twitching and everything else, you could see how bad the CGI, especially when Samuel L. Jackson gets when he gets attacked, oh my god, you could see his body just being swayed back and forth. Such bad CGI.
Yeah, it looks like a sci-fi fucking movie.
Exactly. Yeah. But the thing is that at that time, because I remember seeing this in the theaters,
you're like, oh my god,
it was like, whoa, that is awesome. Finally get to see, because you never got to see that shit in Jaws and all those other movies. So you finally get to see the sharks actually kill people and actually tear them apart. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, and actually kind of see why they didn't do that in Jaws.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I guess it's for people that just, it's something new to see. Like right now, it's in every movie. Every shark movie that comes out, it has stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
like 47 meters down, like all the deaths are incredibly graphic.
Yeah,
I never saw that one yet.
Same thing.
They have to keep ramping up the gore factor just because the desensitization of society, of the film going public.
See, but that's the thing nowadays. Also, a lot of people believe, and I believe, is that sometimes when you're not seeing it, it makes it more scary because it leaves you to the imagination, and it's so much better that way. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember us discussing that when we were talking about Jaws. It was so cool.
I think we already went past that. Oh my god, Simple Mind. Simple Mind.
Another thing that Rennie did during this production, so he got all the principal photography done and in the can completely before he filmed any of the scenes with the actors actually swimming with real sharks. Really? In case something happened. He's like, we got everything else done. So there we go.
You see a scene where a guy's hand is missing, and then later on in the movie, it's there again. Yeah. You're like, wait, what?
So Thomas Jane tells the story that, and it was really quickly done, really shoddy fucking work. So day one, they're down in the cages with the sharks. Day two, they're swimming with the fucking sharks without cages and everything around. Thomas Jane says he was about 30 feet down, and his swim guy that was with him just ripped the mask off of Thomas Jane and made him swim up, and there's nothing but blood and guts all around him and sharks going around.
Oh,
and he's like, this is the most terrifying thing I've ever gone through in my fucking life, and I never want to think about it again.
Oh, dude, I can only imagine he probably came to the surgery like, fuck this, I'm done, I'm going home, fuck you guys. And the guy took my mask off, I'm going to fuck you up when we get on dry land. Like, oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
I would have lost my shit. Absolutely. What is 12 divided by 3? 4. So I do believe we have one more round of beer we can have, right? It was a 12-pack?
Yes.
Let's do this shit!
That drink. All right. All right, now we got Lenny going to go grab us all a freshie.
I'm the cool guy that's going to do the beer. Fuck yeah, big kahuna. Let's do this.
All right, and so anybody else have any other random thoughts, feelings, anything you want to discuss on this?
No, it was a fun movie to revisit again. Like I said, it's been many years since I've seen it, and I had a good time with it. Like I said, it's entertainment. That's what it is. It's just entertainment. It's not something to like I said, it's a flawed movie, but it's fun. It's a fun movie. So.
Yeah.
Favorite death scene?
That would be the last one. I know everybody goes for Samuel Jackson, but I couldn't stand the bitch, so I was glad that she got killed.
Dang.
Yeah.
You're cold-blooded,
I'm sorry. I didn't like her the whole time. I thought that she's like, man, that woman deserves to die. I mean, the shit that she did.
Dang.
Seriously. That's how I felt.
She's trying to help her grandpa. Okay.
What?
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, simple mind.
When Dildo Scroggins got it. When Michael Rappaport fucking got it, dude, like I got a great sense of satisfaction out of that. So fuck you.
That guy's got an annoying voice. I can't stand his voice.
Which one was that again?
The blonde, more the technician of the place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in a lot of. I can't stand him.
Yeah, like they were gonna go like reset the generator, so like it would like drain the fucking stairwell or whatever.
Yeah,
and like he gives a thumbs up to Thomas Jane, like I did it, and then fucking like like Gen 2 comes and like and tears him in half, and his fucking leg is like twitching in the screen.
Oh yeah,
he was the only character I hated in True Romance. If anybody's seen that, I couldn't stand him in True Romance either.
But I think he plays the role that he does.
Toilet paper.
People that you don't, that weird slimy motherfucker that you don't really like.
I didn't trust him at all, cause like so even when he said like yeah I closed up the fences or whatever, like I still didn't fucking believe him. And like when Thomas Jane's character asked him like like hey man, like I need you to make the fences like 8 feet tall or something like that, so that way they can't breach the fucking fences or whatever, like or jump over them.
Yep.
And he's like oh yeah, no problem. Like I didn't fucking believe him. He's just like this slimy like little bitch, and I didn't fucking like him.
Yep.
Okay, and how about you, Lenny?
Oh, well, I already brought it up earlier, but the dude that fucking gets it by getting slammed into the glass.
Yeah.
That was and a close second is the guy that's like, I'm gonna smoke this cigarette, and the shark's like, fuck you, blah, like
that's the same dude.
Oh, again, then sweet.
That's the same dude.
That's fucking awesome.
Who votes for a punishment shot on that? I'm sorry.
Why? Oh, come on.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Die.
Really?
I don't think it was punishment worthy.
Yes, I win.
You know what? We've never had that. When it's 2 against 1.
No,
it has to be unanimous. Yeah, we said that.
Yeah, that's unanimous. That doesn't mean you have to drink.
No.
We didn't say
no. We say if a vote doesn't pass.
No, we said if the vote doesn't pass and like literally nobody voted aye, like if everyone was a nay, then whoever brought
because if no one voted aye, then the person who called for the punishment shot, of course they're going to vote for it.
No, fuck it. There you go. I'm not going to be a bitch. Fuck you.
Oh wow. Ron, I love you. Ron,
look like electricity.
Ron, we love you. Please don't get mad.
All right, get back to the fucking movie.
Yeah, so then the guy...
By the way, I specifically didn't vote that way, but just for this to happen.
You know what?
Oh!
You guys can go to fucking hell.
I'm not so disappointed now.
Right.
Now I'm out of screwball, so now I got to stick to. If I get another one, I got to stick.
Oh, you got the Taka. You got a Taka if you got a screwball.
Come on.
Oh wait, hold on. Didn't we discuss the tequila?
Do we have tequila on board?
Didn't we discuss tequila? Because we know how much he loves that.
Yeah, we should have some Casamigos left over.
Fuck you.
He's like, you guys are assholes.
I thought you were on my side.
And you're not properly prepared.
Hey, facts don't care about your feelings. We have Casamigos.
Get back to the movie.
So
let's just hope there's no more punishment shots for you.
Okay, well then that's even better. He got his arm bit off, and then he gets fucking slammed in the glass. It's like, well, that's what you get for being a jackwagon. That whole scene was the coolest part for me.
It was. Awesome. No, it was a cool scene seeing him.
I want to say that
you kind of felt sorry for him too. I mean, seriously.
A little bit, because you're like, he's thinking to himself, "Oh, thank God, I'm going to go to this hospital. I'll probably get a cool robotic arm," and then fuck, and he pulled it in the water. So that was really good, and I think that, and this is just my opinion, maybe an homage to remember Jaws 3?
Yeah,
where the shark it's fake as fuck, but the shark's like coming towards the glass.
Yep.
All of a sudden he goes,
oh my,
and then the glass breaks. I honestly, if you think about it,
yeah,
if you think about it, it's kind of an homage to that. And I wouldn't be surprised if you were to ask the director if it was.
Oh, I'm sure
he would say yes.
Yeah.
Because with a movie like this and any other shark movie that you do, I guarantee you most shark movies that have been made since have got some form of homage or sort of paying homage to Jaws, because
They have
Jaws
to.
was like
Yeah.
the
Well,
That's
because
their granddaddy.
Jaws,
Yeah.
Jaws is the #1 shark movie of all time. That's just
Like,
my
hands down.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's the father of the blockbuster. and-
Exactly.
yeah.
It's the first summer big blockbuster. That's what made the summer blockbuster.
So my favorite death is actually, I'm going to go with a shark death. I'm going to go with LL Cool J when he was being chased and they got crawled into that fucking stove. And then he's using the fucking axe, and the gas line's leaking. He cuts his way through another fucking stove in order to get away from the shark, and then throw that fucking lighter at the gas leak. I'm like, all right, this guy actually has a fucking plan.
Did you ever realize the goof in that, though?
Which one?
The oven was already on when he went in there.
Okay.
The light was on, showing that it was on. That was a little goof that was in that movie.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. No.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that. But no, that's a good one.
But he was the one who seemed like the best voice of the everyman to me. He's like, we're gonna do everything we fucking can, and we're not gonna fuck around with the shark any more than we fucking have to. Fuck that.
Well,
and
what did
plus,
he say?
he got mad that he ate his fucking bird.
Didn't he say that I am
You
not
ate my
Daniel in the
bird.
You ate my bird.
Yeah,
But didn't he also
disgusting
say like
fucking bird.
I'm not Daniel in the lion's den when
Yeah.
he's hacking at it or something like that? Yeah.
So that to me was my favorite death scene in the movie. It's just the way he handled that.
Yeah, then he hacks through the fucking sheet metal between the two ovens. Like,
Yeah.
like those wouldn't be insulated at all.
Nope.
Like it's like thin fucking sheet metal.
yeah. It's true.
It's fucking dumb.
Would have worked out well. All right. So I had a lot of fun doing this episode with all you guys. I want to thank my buddy Lamar for reminding me that this film even existed. And the second he mentioned it, all the memories came flooding back to my head. Thank you, Lamar. Appreciate that. I think it was a great suggestion. Made a fun podcast. And that's about what we got, guys. And thanks for joining us. And we hope you come back for next time for our next episode of Out to Sea. You guys have a good one.
Oh, hell yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Bye. It's like a fucking shark
That is
fin.
like a shark fin. I love it.
Motherfucking sharks on this motherfucking fin.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to our podcast, Barrel Age Flicks. We are so excited for the upcoming episodes headed your way and bonus episodes of The Small Batch, Sammy Selects, and now the new Tasting Room. If you like our show, please spread the word, give us a like, or leave us some kind of review on any of the social media pages. Give us a follow on Instagram, Barrel Flicks, or Facebook, Barrel Age Flicks. Our podcast is available on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Anchor, Radio Public, Audible, Pocket Cast, Spotify, Castbox, YouTube, and now Pandora. Please shoot us an email at barrelageflicks@gmail.com with comments and movie suggestions for future shows or any other things you'd like to let us know. Credit to Carl Casey at White Bat Audio on YouTube. Man, your music is awesome. We thank you so much for that. It's great. You guys go ahead and check him out. I just want to say thank you so much. We hope to see you guys next week. Thank you so much for listening. See you then.